What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be starting the first video of a new series where we get introduced and more comfortable to Zazzle. Zazzle is a platform of one of the many different print-on-demand sites that is very, very different because you can actually customize products as a customer. Now, that's a mouthful, but really, if you think about any other platform out there, it doesn't really allow you to do that. And there are a few platforms out there that do allow you to do this. So it's not like it doesn't exist, but not the ones that are the most common. We're talking about TeePublic, Redbubble, Merch by Amazon. Those platforms don't allow you to do that. So Zazzle is slightly different. Here we have a demo store that I've created live here. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually create your own store on Zazzle and really how to create a good banner for your Zazzle store, how to create a good profile picture, and really where to get started. All right. So the first place that the first thing that I want you guys to be aware of is there's something called Z-Rank. And Z-Rank is essentially a store completion guide that Zazzle does. And it gives you a score. It gives you a score. And once you reach the highest score, you'll be able to almost guarantee that you have the highest chance of your products being seen in front of Zazzle customers. See, Zazzle wants you to complete a number of criteria before your store is quote-unquote complete, because they want you to gain comfortability with the system. Now that you're watching this video, you are going to gain some comfortability with the platform. All right. So they have a list of things. They want you to provide your profile picture, photo, and name, fill out your story, create 10 store products, create 10 store collections, share 10 store products, share 10 store collections, and upload 10 media items. So this is what Z-Rank is. Once you complete all of these things, they feel that you're probably comfortable enough to actually go out there and compete. Now, with that being said, if you haven't completed Z-Rank, your products will still compete in the marketplace, but they'll just be placed at the end almost every single time. So that's something you want to be aware of as well. So Z-Rank is something you're going to want to complete. But let's go ahead and actually create a store together. So let's go over here and hit Sell on Zazzle. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open a store name or create a store name. So this doesn't have to be too complicated. Just think of anything that you're interested in or the section that you want to start selling in. What I've seen a lot of people do, a lot of experts do, is what they'll do is they'll go over here and they'll click on sell and they'll see what they want to sell and they'll stick to a certain thing. So for example, if it's t-shirts, they'll call the store something related to t-shirts. If they want to sell invitation cards, they're gonna sell something related to invitation cards. It's just a concept. And the reality is that more than 95% of the purchases are bulk orders from a seller, but they're not repeat orders. Because if you think about it, what Zazzle is really made for is they're made for those special occasions, those special seasons, those special holidays, right? So, for example, if it's a baby shower, that only happens, let's say once a year for certain families, maybe once every few years for certain families. Those are certain instances in time that a consumer is going to go, find a product, buy it in bulk, and probably not return to that same seller for a while, assuming that person is still selling on Zazzle. So what you really need to be aware of is that the whole repeat order concept is really not an idea for Zazzle. It's more of it's just a conceptual kind of idea that they're buying for holidays, they're buying for seasons, and that's a little bit more rare, and that's really not a good predictor of repeat buyers. So when you create your store name and all this kind of stuff, this is more for the minutia of Zazzle. It's not really made for the ranking or for the sales of Zazzle. All right, so I'm gonna call my store, let's just say Autopilot T-shirts, right? Autopilot T-shirts. Let me go ahead and make sure Autopilot T-shirts, right? So that's going to be my store name, and it's available, so I'm going to select I'm not a robot, and let's just go ahead and create the store. So now that I created the store, remember Z-Rank, we have to complete, or as much as we can complete, of this section here, all right? And so the first thing that we need to do is we're going to upload a store banner. Now, this company that I'm going to be using is called Placeit. Now, more than just the banner, you're going to actually have to upload your profile picture as well. For me, the profile picture is easy. I just searched profile picture on Place It here. And by the way, guys, if you're interested in Place It, I have the affiliate link in the description. So if you're interested, you want to support the channel, just click the affiliate in the description box down below. And you'll be able to access Place It. And also, there are free designs on Place It. So I figured I'd just share this real quick. Let me just go ahead and go back here. Maybe not in the profile picture section, but if you go for example, if we just search something like banners, right? If we just search a banner here on Place It, free, right? Free. There's so many different free kind of products here on Place It for you. You just have to look for them. So if you can't afford a subscription or anything like that, there are some free solutions for you. All right, so I'm going to go with this profile picture here, and I'm just going to switch the little icon here, and I'm going to type in cross, right? So I'll just go with this one. And this is good for logos. This is good for really however you want to set this up for any company that you set up. But most likely, we're going to be using this for our Zazzle account here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit download here. And let's just let that go for a second. And I have my downloads. I can go ahead and view them on the top here. You can see it's downloaded. So let's go ahead and download this. And the rules to a profile picture is that they actually have to be above 500 by 500 pixels for Zazzle. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And I'm just going to upload it. Drag and drop here. And clearly big enough, so there it is. My profile picture is done for me. Now we'll go ahead and create our banner. So I already have a banner somewhat created here on Place It, just a very, very basic banner. Let's go ahead and download this, and let's go ahead and drag it and drop it into Zazzle. So I'll go over here and hit add image, and we'll wait for all the images to load on my Zazzle account, and drag it and drop it. It's already dragged and dropped here. And you can see here, I'll just take this little box and just highlight it over my account here, or basically the part of my banner that I want to show. And those are two aspects completed. So if I hit submit here, I can start selling designs, or start selling products rather. But if I want to go to my profile, let's go over here and head over back to my profile, Autopilot Shirts. If we go over here to our Z rank, you can see 10% is already completed. We provided our photo profile and our banner. So that's not exactly the full 10%, but 15%, but it's 10%. Now, we can add our name, right? This is on a different store, so let's go ahead and go back here, and let's go ahead and go back to our original store. I got a little mixed up here, but the good thing about Zazzle is you can have multiple stores. So these were all tutorial stores here. This whole account is tutorials, but you could see here, you can have multiple stores and sell different things on these different stores. So if we go over here into products, I can actually select now a product, okay? And I can actually create my own product. But the way I like to do this is I don't like to do it through here. I like to do it through here. So I just click sell, and I'll just pick anything I want to sell. So let's say it's a t-shirt that I want to sell, all right? And what I want is I'm going to create a basic shirt. I'm going to have a graphic in the middle with anybody's name that I can customize on the top. So I'll go over here and hit add image, and what I'll do is I'm gonna have to upload an image of a cross. So what I'll do here is I'll go to I'll just type in t-shirt designs, right? And just let that load for a second, and I'm gonna look for different designs that kind of catch my attention. So really what I'm looking for is I'm looking for just a graphic shirt. Maybe I'll just even look for Christian t-shirts here. So Christian t-shirt might be a little bit better because it's gonna fit my idea of a shirt a little bit better. Okay, so I like, for example, this t-shirt, right? So I got my design, I got some content, it's got multiple elements to the t-shirt, multiple designs. Let me go ahead and I just want to drag all this down, right? I want to drag all this part down. So right like this, we'll drag this here and drag this here. Okay, so this is the cool thing about Place It, is that we can actually create these good looking shirts without having to be it's not that hard in terms of the amount of work we have to do, right? And what I'm going to do is I want my background to be transparent. Okay, and because the way I want this is because I want to add this as an image but add more to it. So you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about, and this is exactly how you get to do this on Zazzle. And remember that the core functionality of Zazzle is that you get to upload content that is customizable. If I just uploaded a straight up image, it wouldn't be too customizable for most of the people. And so I've had this question before on the YouTube channel. I think it was yesterday, where somebody was asking me about the course for the POD design course, and they were asking, can you take the designs that you create for in the POD design course and upload them to Zazzle? And the answer is yes. But remember that Zazzle has a core component of customization, so it's not really designed for that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my design here, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here, and I'm going to upload it. So you could see here now, my design is uploaded. What I want to do is I want to have the person's name here, right? Like just a customizable feature. So I'll add the text, and I'll add your name, right? And let's go ahead and add this just like that. Now, obviously, you can't really read it, but what we're going to do is we're going to choose the font. We're going to play around with the font, and then what we're going to do is change up the color. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to alter the color, and I like this little darker brown kind of color. I feel like it provides some contrast. Not that I'm some sort of expert here, but this is pretty good in terms of colors. Now, what I want to do is I can choose, for example, to niche target a certain group. So if I want a type of female type of font, and let's just make this a little bit more attractive by typing your name here, so it'd be a little more customizable. And the cool thing about this is whenever you upload stuff to Zazzle, guys, you want to keep in mind the bulk order concept. The first order I ever had on Zazzle, and I actually talked about this in my Zazzle tagging course, I think in the intro, the first order that I ever had was a bulk order of keychains on Zazzle, right? So I'm going to have this say your name right here. And what I want this to do is I want this to be an editable object. So I'm going to go over here and make the object a template. And I'm just going to call it name. And the URL text parameter is really irrelevant for us. And let me go ahead and remove this and hit done here. So that's it. So that's all I needed to do here. And let me go ahead and hit sell it, right? And so now I can add a title, I can add the different aspects to the design, the images, and the tags. For the tags, I'll include that. I've already included, I created a tagging Zazzle course, so if you're interested, I'll leave the link to this course in the description box down below, and also with the pinned comment if you're interested. So we won't go over tags in this video, but we will go over just basic adding stuff. So the title, I might call it Christian T-shirt. And remember that the tags, guys, is the #1 way to have your design being seen in the Zazzle marketplace. So Christian T-shirts, we have our description. It is required for you to add a description. Could be whatever description you want. Once it's completed, you'll go over here and select G, so it's for all audiences. And you'll also select your profit margin. So some people like to create the profit margin up until the product is at $19.99. So I'll just show you guys. Like, for example, if I add a 9% profit margin, it's a little bit more. Might go for 10%, might go for 13%, might go for 14 or 15%. Let's go ahead and see here. 17%, that might be a little bit too much. So that's right on the dot. We have 18%, or let's go ahead and go for 16.5%, which is $19.85. Let's go ahead and press 0.7. 0.9. 0.9 is about good, so you pay $19.95. And show customize it button, yes. Make the product a template. I mean, we could. Either way, if somebody customizes our product, keep in mind that our product, we are still going to get the sales for it, so it's not a bad thing. In terms of new products, it's always going to be new, so we're not going to change that. Events, it could be any kind of event. I mean, it's not really necessarily an event, so we could just select other here, and we could just say current events. I mean, it really doesn't matter. It's not really much of an event, to be 100% honest with you, so we'll just leave it where it is. And we got to add a description, so get your Christian T-shirt now. Got some spelling errors here, but you guys can see here. I'll just leave this the way it is. And there are ways to write better descriptions, obviously. I'm not saying that it's a good description, but We got to add some tags. So I'll just add a basic tag. I'll just add the word cross here. We'll just leave it the way it is. And we'll hit post. And don't show this message again. We'll hit OK. So that's it. It's just that simple in terms of creating the design. Now remember, like I said, if you want your products to sell more and be seen more, there's two aspects to getting ranked. You have to complete Z rank. So once again, Z rank is how they view your store. So for example, this store's at 15%. The other store that we showed is at 10%, I believe. Yeah, 10%. So once you complete Z rank, you'll be able to not only have your products rank higher, but they'll perform a little bit better. And of course, if you want to learn how to tag properly for your products, the Zazzle tagging course or Zazzle tagging guide is in link in the description. All right, so this is exactly how to set up Zazzle, beginner's guide, and go out there and create some Zazzle money. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, bye.